In this video, we will expose the whole process for transformation of wood. The wood as a material is something essential in our life. It offers multiple possibilities for the realization. Equally numerous are the tailor-made solutions which are supported by the wood processing industry. It has a lot of areas of applications, such as sawmills, construction of wood and prefabricated building, furniture industry, woodworking, manufacturing pulp, raw material to make paper, feeding the fire. In this case, it is called firewood and is one of the simplest forms of biomass. Tableware, engineering, medicine, means of transport, like boats or carriage, among others. The wood of the trees has to undergo a process of transformation to be able to be used. The process from the extraction of the wood of the forest as a raw material until the obtaining of planks like material that has to be worked. In this video, we will analyze the primary approaches of the analysis of operation to the manufacturing process of the wood transformation. The 10 primary approaches to operation analysis are purpose of the operation, design of the part, tolerances, materials, manufacturing process, preparation and tool, working conditions, material handling, equipment distribution, and principle of economy and movements. Within the first approach, the purpose of operation is analyzed, which can be said to be the most important approach because it is used to improve a product or a new project planning. In the second approach, the part is designed. According to the customer specifications, it is the manufacturing at least possible cost and optimizing the procedures. In the third approach, that is the tolerance, it refers to the quality of the product. It talks about analyze the variation of the measures or the specifications and the finished product. In the fourth approach to material, an important aspect is considered, since each material must be used properly as it helps to avoid wastage of materials. In a lot of cases, it means that a waste of material costs a lot of money. The fifth approach addresses the manufacturing process, which is essential, since this approach defines the course and processes by which the raw material to reach the finished.
The sixth approach is preparation and tools. It is an unavoidable step, since it is focused on avoiding any type of mistake that might happen in a certain point in the process, using human resources and the most appropriate work tools. An important thing to notice is the blade sharpness and any other tool in the process as well, since maintenance is vital for the product's quality. A list was made for the time periods between each time that machine's blades are sharpened, which are the following. The splitter is sharpened daily. The ripper is sharpened once a month. The brush is once a week. The molding machine twice a week. And the polisher is daily. The seventh approach is the working conditions. These are aspects that are needed to be evaluated daily, since it is the only way to achieve the best efficiency of our human resources. Illumination improvement, temperature control, adequate ventilation, noise control, promote order, keenness, and workplace attention, removal of irritating and harmful elements, danger zones protection, provide the necessary equipment regarding personal safety, and organize an adequate first aids program and make sure it's being followed. Illumination improvement. Illumination is vital for the operator, since it gives him the ability to have a full control of his movements. The more illuminated, the better, due to the risk in the manipulation of the tools they are using, as well as inspection. Temperature control. The human body tries naturally to keep a constant temperature of 36 degrees Celsius approximately. When the body is exposed to high temperatures, the body creates transpiration and a great amount of sweat will evaporate from the skin. This process can be later a result of fatigue, which affects the production. Adequate ventilation. Ventilation can be helpful when it comes to accident control and operators' fatigue. Gases, vapors, fumes, dust, and any type of bad odor causes mental tensions and fatigue, which, like we mentioned in a previous point, it affects the production. Noise control. Personal fatigue can be done by noise as well. Either it's a strident sound or a monotonous sound. Intermittent or constant sounds tend to irritate workers as well, altering their mood, making them unable to work accurately. But not only sounds, discussions between workers, like controversies and personal conflicts, can be added to disturbing noises. Promote order, keenness, and workplace attention. It is necessary to say that keeping a workplace pristine and in order helps to get a better result on efficiency. A good program for conservation and care of the workplace can decrease the amount of risk of fire, accidents, and also uncomfortableness at work. Removal of irritating and harmful elements. The wastes created by the industrial processes establish one of the gravest dangers workers have to deal with. They can be avoided by extraction systems, total process isolation, humidifier or absorption devices, and complete personal protection like individual breathing devices. Danger zones protection. It is a responsibility of the company to have safety precautions in the facilities to assure the employees' safety. It is important to verify that these are correctly designed to avoid obstruction of the process and allow normal maintenance of the machines. Provide the necessary equipment regarding personal safety. All the personnel must have the required equipment to work safely in their area. The employees must wear equipment like safety glasses, helmets or hard hats, masks, overalls, jackets, gloves, shoes, and breathing equipment. Organize an adequate first aids program and make sure it's being followed. It is essential to have a first aids program, so in case of any emergency, proper instructions can be followed to know how to react if someone gets injured. The eighth approach is material handling, which stands for assuring that all the parts, raw material, finished products, and supplies are periodically moved. Since every process operation requires materials and supplies in time, the quick handling of materials assures steadiness in the process performance. The ninth approach is equipment distribution. We have to analyze the distribution inside the company periodically, under a certain set of conditions to make sure we are using the proper one. All distribution organizations corresponds to one or even a combination of two basic types of distribution, which are straight or by product and functional or by process. In the straight distribution, the machinery is placed in a way that the flow of an operation to the next one is minimal, while in the functional one, similar machines are grouped, like lathes and milling machines. The 10th approach is the principle of economy of movements. Sometimes movements can be seen as a waste due to an unnecessary movement which wastes time. Even though they are short, we might think they are harmless. On a long term, they end up taking more time than we thought.
Here begins the process of manufacturing the good from the raw material arrives until it is finished product. To begin the process, the raw material first arrives at the work site either by rail or by lining long pieces of 6 or 8 feet for their respective storage pending their manufacture. When material is extracted from the warehouse, it is submitted the following process. The first process is to take the material not yet threaded to the repair machine, where the operator introduces the wood stick to make a longitudinal cut and thus take advantage of improving the material. It should be mentioned that there are different types of repair machines. A large repair machine that the Dowell company could consider and change for its current repair machine is the 1000-story TLC. A compact processor for the production of good looks has been manufactured for 18 years and has transformed the preparation of the good throughout the world, paying special attention of safety in the process. Its main characteristics are: number 1, they are used by a single operator. Number 2, can work manually or full automated. Number 3, can be driven with electric motor. From the control panel, the operator can manually or automatically select the cut length, the position of the cutter, the shape of the debris. You can also start the log leader. By automatic cutting, the cutter automatically moves to the position according to the cutting diameter that has been defined. In addition, in any machine of the TLC range, the rotor can be disassembled to process packages of goods that don't need to be cracked. The particular design of the machines gives the operator visibility and control of the situation in any work cycle without any effort. The TLC machine is equipped with a hydraulic lead sensor which improves its efficiency, reduces energy consumption, and extends the life cycle of the machine, improving its work process.
The second step is to take the material to the machine called cutter. The cutter is a machine that cuts wood with more precise cuts than the reaper. A brief description of the cutter. It has a big saw and is handled by different sources of energy, such as steam, water, or electricity. Depending on the material being cut, different types of saw are used. In wood cutting, there are three basic types of saws. The North American, in which three straight saw alternate with one finished in concave curve that has the function to dislodge better the sawdust produced in the cut. Another one is the universal tooth, which consists of teeth with positive or negative angle, all alternate arranged on different numbers. The usual thing is to find the tooth position one by one, that is, one tooth to the left and one to the right, and so on. Although there are also 2 and 3 teeth in the market. Another type of saw of tooth is known as Japanese, which replaces the above-mentioned tooth position with an internal shaping of the tooth attached to a recess of the other faces, and progressive finish, that is smaller, making it easier to use. The way of cutting has been evolving. The first saws were originally driven by hydraulic systems. Later, they were operated by steam engines and finally with electricity. Talking about the process, the cutting machine is where the material is inserted to make cuts along the length of the wood, according to the required measure, and at the same time removing all the extra material for its recycling.
The brushing machine performs the operation that consists of the preparation of flat surface, grooves and other geometric shapes in the pieces. The only restriction is that the surface have to be flat. The brush starts the material by passing a tool with a tip through the workpiece. In addition of this movement, the piece also moves in such a way that the tool always have material to remove, removing it a millimetric way. The step 3 of this process consists on bringing the wood pieces to the brush machine. When the operator inserts the piece into the machine, the brush begins to remove the wood that is not necessary until a square is obtained. The square must have the necessary measure in order to transport to the next machine. Now let's talk about how it works the brushing machine. The brushing is a very important step because in this way our material goes from a simple piece of wood to almost our final product. The final step of this process consists in the mooring of the sticks already finished according to the diameter. The diameter at this mooring are those that we can see in the image. After they have been staked and moored as specified, the sticks are ready for storage and sale.
Step number 4 of this process is molding machine. Later the brush machine, the good is taken to the machine called molder, which makes the mold of the stick to be cylindrical. That is, it is final finished. It is inhabit for the dimensions in its diameter according to the product to be elaborated. The molding machine is an indispensable machine in the wood processing industry. Briefly described, it is a body of cast steel composed of a table along its entire length and width, a set of longitudinal guides on both sides, a drag of traction system, and vertical and horizontal axes in which it is different types of tools depending on the work that is required to execute. The tools can be molding heads, profile for molding, saws, and solid cutters. Working speeds has been an element of permanent development by manufacturers due to the demand for lower cost of the timber industry. Today, it is possible to find moldings that run up to 1,000 per minute. In order to meet the same objectives, the cost reduction has consistently involved the tools and communication of the machine with the sharpening shop through computer interfaces, tending to the automatic positioning of the tools for a particular profile or job. A qualified operator in a manual machine takes about 30 or 45 minutes to generate a profile change involves 6 tools, while with the new technologies this is a matter of 10 to 15 minutes, where what takes the most time is replacement of heads. A molding machine is a precision equipment, and as such it is delicate and requires a lot of attention. It is maintenance and good practices of operation and safety. A molding machine must work with previously calibrated wood in order to destroy its pressure and traction system. It is a machine that will provide many years of service, but subject to correct treatment.
The sixth step is to polish the material by sanding each element to eliminate any roughness and bad appearance, and thus prepare it for its packing. For all the above, a machine called polishing machine is used. These machines have a circular sanding surface, typically of 125 mm in diameter. They fit within the group of orbital sanders, since they describe two movements at a time. One is orbital and the other is eccentric, which allow them to obtain an almost perfect sanding, since the marks left by the orbit are then erased by the eccentric movement. In this way, the direction of sanding by the grain is irrelevant. This combination of movements also achieves a greater removal of material that, however, if is not controlled, could cause damage to the material. For this, The modern machines have regulators of variable speed that can achieve a less aggressive sanding. Precisely because of their circular base, these machines cannot access corners or straight edges, but are ideal for curved parts. In addition, the great power of removal allows them to be used in large jobs such as finishing a wooden floor, and in small jobs such as sanding kitchen furniture, for example.
An improvement that we notice in the company is that they could be more open to the public, since if a person searches through the internet, he realizes that the company does not have an official page, only contact number. And this new era of technologies and many people like to look for company information before contact them. That's why we recommend creating a website where you have the information of the company and could expand your sales market. Analyzing the layout of the company, we notice that the company has 5 machines of cut and only one of brush. That is why we recommend to add a machine of brushing. If we add this machine, the time of waiting for the wood pass through this process will be smaller and the production can increase without any risk.
An improvement in the sixth step could be to buy better sanders in order to achieve better quality of the finishing. An improvement in the second step could be to automate the cutter in order to get faster results.
For the mooring be effective, the wooden sticks must be in a pyramid-type position, avoiding them to move during the transport to storage or during delivery to the customer. This mooring system also helps to prevent accidents and the operator can handle package more easily and efficiently. If the final mooring is not adequate, it can damage the product during its transport, so it is essential that the person in charge of this operation know precisely the mooring that must carry the product.